Hello, Northwest. This is Ryan Martin. I'm the youth minister here, as you probably know. Um, this is my kind of contribution to this daily devotional thing the leaders are doing and encouraging everyone at the congregation. I wanted to take this opportunity today to talk a little bit about prayer. Prayer is essential to living the Christian life. Prayer is sort of the bedrock on which we do. Prayer is like breathing. It's like breathing. Now, we all breathe, I hope. And when we breathe, we don't necessarily think about it, but in and out, we take in oxygen, we expel the whatever stuff, and we do it all the time. But it's only when we stop or have trouble breathing that we really begin to notice. It's so fundamental to who we are as people to breathe. That's only when we stop that we have problems. The same should be true of us and prayer. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 17 tells us to pray without ceasing. Pray without ceasing. I don't know about you, that sounds difficult. How does one pray without ceasing? How do you keep praying constantly? I mean, we can't go around our whole lives with our heads bowed and our heads folded, and we wouldn't be able to see, we wouldn't be able to help, we wouldn't be able to drive, we wouldn't be able to do anything. But prayer is more than just the formal times when we fold our hands and bow our heads. But those are very important. Prayer is about communication and relationship with God. It's about learning to turn to God first in every situation. To make the relationship with God like the air we breathe, that basic of a need, the most basic thing we need. Without air, we can only go about 3 or 4 minutes, and then we're done. Without God, we shouldn't be able to go 3 or 4 seconds. So to pray without ceasing. So how do we do that? How do we make it to where we can pray without ceasing? Well, it's simple. It's something called a breath prayer. There are many different types of prayer that Christians have developed over the centuries, but this is called a breath prayer. And the breath prayer is all about making prayer and breath the same thing, that when we breathe in and out, we are praying to God. Now, it takes practice, like everything else, like joy, like faith, like love, like hope. It takes practice. It takes concentration at first. It's something we have to decide to do. But once you get into the practice, once you get into the habit, it becomes second nature. It becomes like breathing. And then you pray without ceasing. That as you draw in breath and you exhale, you are praising God and praying. So today I challenge you to formulate a breath prayer. Breath prayer is very easy. On the inhale, you utter a name of God. It could be this is simple stuff. And this is, it's repetitive. But that's the point. Breathing is repetitive. And that's what keeps us stable. So in name of God, it could be Abba Father. And then out, something very simple, some very simple request of God, something that calls us into God's presence, that calls us to lean in. Abba Father, fill us with your love. Jesus Christ, help me see your grace. Holy Spirit, be with me now. Simple. It can be any combination of things. And it does, as I said, take practice. But that's one of the great opportunities of this social distancing nightmare we face ourselves in, is that we have, a lot of us, a chance to practice some of these things a little more. Things have slowed down. We're not quite as busy. Maybe we can practice prayer, practice joy, And one of the first things is just to thank God, to breathe in God's presence, to make it a part of our life so fundamental that to go without it for even a minute, what else can we do? So that is my challenge for you, Northwest, this week. I'm looking right at you. Practice breath prayer. And let us know about it. Let me know about it. Let leadership know. Um, Tell us about it. Tell us what you've done, how this has helped you grow closer to God. It is a simple thing. It sounds easy that we practice and make a part of our daily life and daily routine, and it helps. And it brings us closer and helps us to pray without ceasing. I hope you have a blessed day today.